Recording.
I know how to do that like trick. That's an easy trick. I do that over 30 times. I know you could know how to do that. That's super easy. Standing up with no skin on the
You
pants.
see these? Look, you see these two lakes are right
Yeah.
next to each other. So I used to swim in both these lakes when I was your age.
You just had to choose
Yeah.
which one you want to do this time. Yeah, that was my question.
Let's see.
Well, can I be alive whenever you want? Like, for how long? Like, to be the oldest person alive?
Well, you
Like,
don't.
you know, 100 or 1,000? Wouldn't need you any longer. That's when you're gonna die.
When no one needs you any longer, is that when you die?
Oh yeah. Well, I still want you to be alive when I'm like a grown up. I want
Okay.
you to be alive, like, well, I'm definitely not gonna be care about you.
Okay.
Need you any longer.
Okay, that's
We're
when
not
I.
gonna be like that much of friends.
So is that okay when I? It's okay for me to die then?
Yeah, that because
I'm
I
gonna.
still want to be friends when I'm old and you old.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best. You think I'll make it to
Try
when
your
you're
best.
20?
Try, try, try,
I'll do my
try
best.
making it. Yeah, try your best.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Well, I'm sure I can make new friends.
Yeah, I gotta make sure you got plenty of friends, maybe your
Before
own
you die.
family
Before you die.
before I die. Oh my gosh. Say you waited till you're 30, I would be 87. It's gonna be hard. We gotta turn around.
Oh, I don't want to care if you were still not gonna be able to lie.
Right,
'Cause I would still be able to visit you.
right. Yeah, exactly. You can always live with me.
I'm a very, very active old guy.
I'm a very active guy.
Yeah, you're a very active old guy.
Yeah, I'm a very active old guy. That's true.
We still could go white. Oh, it's just like abandoned now.
Yeah, no, I bet you there's a trail that goes around this lake. I, and there'll be another road. And
Oh, it's
I
just
used to
because
see
that
snakes.
abandoned.
Well, I used to see snakes all the time.
You?
Yeah, up here there's like a little waterfall, and they used to, for some reason, hang around the rocks next to the waterfall. Yeah, you see, this was a road, and the snakes would terrify me because I was your age, and I was super afraid of snakes.
Oh, I'm not afraid of snakes, though.
You
I'm
know,
not even afraid of spiders, but it was just a poison spider crawling on me, because I hate spiders crawling.
uh-huh.
I'm not scared of them. Well, I'm just super scared of them when I just
You got this one.
don't like when they climb on me because they could be poisonous.
Right,
So I don't want them to climb on me. That's when I get scared.
right.
I'm not scared of spiders. Oh, snakes. Because there's nothing to me to be scared of. Because it can't kill me. Can't eat me anyway.
What, spiders you're talking about right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
and snakes.
And
But
snakes.
that's why
Okay.
I'm not scared of them. They
Okay.
can't kill me.
They can't. Right. They can't kill you.
Well, what if you're still gonna be alive and I die from something like not
There's
from illness?
that's not possible. It's not possible for you to die before me.
From
Well,
not from illness.
not from oldness. No, definitely not from oldness.
Because I'm still able to die.
Yeah, you're still able to die accidentally, and we sometimes we do everything possible
To stay
for to
alive.
stay alive, and then sometimes we're a little reckless.
Oh yeah, you would walk with all the time.
Okay, I haven't been down this road in maybe 50 years. Let's go down this road. And by the way, the where we're at right now,
What?
Misha, this is called Wayne Lakes. There's a golf cart coming, two of them. This is called Wayne Lakes.
So that was when I was the same guy.
Yeah.
And we talked to. A few probably got hit by the train.
Yeah, probably some animal got hit by the train.
Oh, a person. He said if he sees a call, you're gonna have to call 911. what if we see a skull or human bone?
If we see another skull, if we find another skull and human bones, we're going to call the police. But first, we're going to go to McDonald's again, just like we did the first time. Because sometimes it takes a long time for the police to get there. So we have to have some food before.
What if it's new?
Oh, if it's newly dead,
Yeah.
I'm going to look through its pockets for any change, money,
Oh, no.
so that we have money for McDonald's and coffee.
Frank, no about that. No, Frank, no. What
No,
if it was new
but
and like new that we'll be able to see if it's gonna be a new?
but how about if yeah, we'd watch the news. But how about if they're dead? They're not going to need their money in their pockets, right?
Frank,
Yeah.
what if it's new and then we'll be like able to see if it's new?
Yeah, it would be if it was a newly dead body, it would be emergency.
Because when we found the other human skull, it was old,
It was very yeah, that was been there
so
for
so
years.
so that's why it wasn't too big. So that's why it wasn't
That's why we were
emergency.
able to go to McDonald's for you first before we called the police.
And
Because
that's why you said it's not really a emergency.
right, and I kind of regret when we found this skull, it had a gold tooth. Remember?
Yeah.
And I could have taken that gold tooth out.
Oh my
And you
God,
and
no.
we and yeah, you could have had that gold in your piggy bank for years, and it would get more and more money. It would get worth be more money as you got older. And when you got into oldness like I am, it might be worth a lot of money. So maybe that was a mistake not taking the gold tooth out. What do you think? Should
Well,
I or should I not?
you should not touch any human bones.
You know what? You're right again, Misha. You know so much. This is why I listen to you because you are the smart person of our friendship. You're the
Instead,
smart
you're
one.
gonna think that you already mowed it though.
All right. There's an A-frame house right here. This, when I was your age, I
Yeah.
was so fast. I watched them build this house, and I was so in love with this house at the age of 7 that I always wanted to live in an A-frame house.
Oh, I thought you said unlove, like
No, 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 I loved it.
I thought
Looked so
I
cool.
thought you said unlove.
No, I'm sorry.
So and
What's
that's
the
what
address here? It's the address. We'll look this up on
you
Google
could
later on.
live here one day.
Yeah, it's 1120
But you gotta be like close to dying. You could live here.
1120
Frank, do
Evergreen
you think
Drive.
you're gonna buy this house when you're gonna be close to dying?
Well, I actually have the money to buy it now, but it's too far of a drive to my job.
How long is it? How long is
From
it?
here to my
Yeah.
work?
Yeah.
Well, I work in Cincinnati, so it's holy moly, it would take me probably an hour and 45 minutes to get to work. So, yeah, maybe when I'm
Well,
retired, maybe I'll
yeah.
buy it then. Or maybe I won't like it. This house
Oh, you
here,
could buy. No, I said you could buy when you're gonna be dying.
yeah, this house
You're
here
not gonna be able to walk any longer. You're gonna have to like. You're
just
gonna have to
die.
be. Yeah, you're just gonna have to stay home.
Yeah.
Instead, you're not gonna be able to have enough power to drive all the way down
Do
and
you think
walk.
do you think there'll ever come a time where I'll be too old to drive motorcycles?
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I hope not.
Because you're super. Because if you were 60 years old
So
and
that
you were
that
able to drive a motorcycle, then you definitely would.
so that red
If you
house.
were 60 years old and you were able to drive a motorcycle, that means you could be driving a motorcycle
All
your
right.
whole life.
So Misha, that red house, that was
Yeah.
my grandparents' house, and so I used to swim. I couldn't make it all the way across because
Oh yeah,
I
it's
was
too
it was too
long.
long. But my uncle and my brother swam across and then swam back across. For them, it wasn't a very far swim, but for me, it was too much. But that's
Oh
the
yeah, so I could barely finish the whole swimming pool
yeah,
lane.
but that's the house I spent about 15 years, almost every weekend in that house. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you first started riding motorcycles?
I was your
Younger than me or older than
I was
me?
a little bit older than you, maybe like I think maybe 10. Just a
That's
little
when
bit
you
older.
started riding motorcycles?
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably the youngest person when I started riding motorcycles. I think I was only
You
Cool
started
car.
driving when you were. Oh, there's another A-frame house right there. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Look at this
they've built
house.
onto it. You started driving when you were 4. Oh, well, no, that's not true. You owned your first motorcycle when you were 4, but
Well, you couldn't give it to me yet.
you'd been on motorcycles since oh my
Since
gosh,
I was
since you were
probably
around
since I was
3.
3.
Yeah, about
Yeah,
3.
since I was 3.
I have pictures of you
So,
sitting on.
so I already knew the motorcycle, but I always wanted it. So he finally bought one.
Right.
You said, I don't think so you were going to be able to get a motorcycle. And you finally bought one for me. And I started up like a professional. Like a
Yeah.
really good professional, a really bad professional.
Really bad professional. Is that how you
Yeah,
started?
yeah, I was just starting, and then after a couple of days, not even a month, I was a professional.
Yeah. So
So
this.
the quickest rider was started from the beginning all the way back to a professional.
Yeah.
Well, not like a complete professional, a beginner
Right.
professional. Some
Right.
parts you're better than me, some parts I'm better than you.
That's right.
But mostly at every part I'm better than you with every part.
Yeah. Mostly you're better than me in every part.
Oh, you just come.
I see our truck.
Yep, so is I.
So we did a
And
really
this,
big
and now
circle.
those people out fishing,
Yeah.
you just saw these when we started.
Yeah.
So what is that sign in the water
It
say?
says fishing members with badge only. So you have to have a badge in order to fish here.
Oh,
And so you have to pay.
to it, to
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah.
That's just a baby fish.
Yeah.
So it's that, that's a bit.